Et merci à tous et à toutes pour que vous soyez ici avec nous aujourd'hui. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us here today. We are excited to be announcing here today that over the last year and a half, as we have been developing this new innovative mobility shuttle program known as the Niagara Region Wine Country Shuttle project, that we have received support from more than 11 wineries in the region, already stating that they would like to be part of this initiative with the shuttle stopping at their locations. And just as of this morning, we had over 24 wineries and local representatives of important hubs around the Niagara region joining us in order to improve the planning and make sure that the shuttle service serves all of the most important hubs to grow the economy of the Niagara region. Since 2024, CUTRIC has been developing this shuttle service design concept with the Ministry of Transportation in the province of Ontario. Today, we are calling on Minister Sarkaria to approve funding $1.6 million from the Ontario Transit Innovation Fund in order to get this shuttle out the door and on the road, moving people, workers, students, and tourists to the winery locations that make Niagara the great agricultural center that it is. And let's have no doubt, the province has identified Niagara as a growing region of economic possibility. We know as a transit consortium, you only fully actualize the economic possibility of any jurisdiction when you can move people. And we also know as residents and inhabitants of the Niagara region that we have a long way to go in making sure that our mobility is at the level it needs to be to have students, workers, and tourists moving where they want to go. This shuttle program and project with $1.6 million will be able to move tens of thousands of riders over the course of a 3-year pilot period. It will benefit from stops both along the east and western corridor from what we expect to be hubs at the St. Catharines and Niagara Falls Go and Via stations. And we are looking at partnerships with organizations like WeGo and Niagara College to make sure that we can overlap with some of the most important locations where students and potential workers may be identified, where the wineries may be able to benefit from the movement of people onto their facilities. We also know that we need to make sure that this shuttle service is economically viable for people, because we know that if you're taking a shuttle and you're not driving, it means that you're price sensitive. And that's not just students and workers, that's families who may want to visit from Toronto with their kids who don't want to have to pay $50 for an Uber ride to the local winery. So being able to serve all of these communities is how we believe we're going to be able to elevate the status of Niagara region's economic prowess, not only in this province, but across this country. This is one of the most important agricultural jurisdictions in the country, and yet probably one of the least served when it comes to mobility and transit services in terms of the service area and the population and the type of industry that are looking to be served. The Ontario Transit Innovation Fund has existed for several years. The province recently increased it to $30 million. We are looking again for that $1.6 million, and to conclude, we would like to call on Minister Sarkaria one more time, and Minister Thompson and the other ministers responsible not only for rural transportation and rural economic development and transportation overall, but also for the provincial economic strength in this time of threat of sovereignty, in a time when Ontario's traditional sectors are under threat of trade and tariff war, and at a time when we know that we need food security and growth in agricultural protections. All of those things combined mean that we believe the Niagara Region Wine Country Shuttle project serves not only the wineries of the region, but the transportation future of the province of Ontario and the economic growth and strength of this jurisdiction in the national economy.